Asha Walter is from Sydney, Australia. This guy is a networking machine. He's a master networker. He does amazing events. He is a serial entrepreneur of many varied businesses. What I like about him, very genuine guy, very great guy. A lot of people know him as well. Great action taker. When the first time I met him, I said, one day you're going to speak on my stage, and lo and behold, he's here today. And you're really going to enjoy. He's got a very different take on business. So please welcome all the way from Sydney, Australia, my good friend, Asha Walter.
Hi guys, how are we today? How are we? Come on boys, girls, I want to hear some noise. I know we've all had a big week. It has been a huge week, hasn't it? We've had some amazing celebrities, some amazing speakers, and I get to follow all of them up. So let's hope that I can do that with some passion and some love to share with you guys. Sorry guys, just 1 second. Just 1 second, sorry. Sorry, I just had to send that email. I'm so busy these days, guys. You know, isn't that so true? We all say how busy we are. You know, you ask your work colleagues, you ask your friends, what's the thing they always tell you? I'm so busy. And it is true though, but we have very busy lives in today's society. But what is it that we're really busy with? You know, like if we were to look at someone's work schedule, would it probably look a lot more like this? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We actually really are filling our lives with a whole lot of stuff that isn't actually transformational, but rather transactional. It's not productive. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, enjoying some downtime and having a coffee and social media. It's all important things, but what we really need is to be focusing on the productive things that we're doing. So let me introduce myself. My name's Asha Walter. I'm the founder of Sure Growth Success, and I'm here from Sydney, Australia, and you can probably tell by my accent, we have the kangaroos and the koalas, just to not get confused. So let me ask you a question. Why is it we're all here? Well, I'm sure that's pretty obvious. We all want more success, more productivity in our lives, in our businesses. So how do we achieve that? Well, we've heard from many of the celebrities here today that it's about finding that equilibrium with the work-life balance. John Travolta, at the start of the week, he said that he carves out 2.5 hours every day, maybe not even a solid block, but to spend with his family, because it's either at the start of the day, the end of the day, but he has to have that 2.5 hours, even to the point where he'll pull his kids out of school and take them traveling with him while he's acting because it's so important to him. But when we do that, we've got to remember there's this one key element, and that element is, and we've all heard JT say, you can always make more money, but you can never get more time. And that's the grand equalizer, because it doesn't matter whether you're JT Foxx, whether you're someone here for the first time, we all only have 24 hours in the day. So that comes to ask another question. How do we make the most from that time? How do we get the most productivity, the most results, the most success with our 24 hours? And it comes down to what we do, how we use our time. So I like this saying that I have, which is that if you think that waiting for life to happen will give you the time, then you're only fooling yourself, because the only way to have time is to make time. So who here wants to make time for themselves? So again, how do we get that work-life balance? Well, I'm here today to share with you that it's, as Muhammad Ali says, it's not the mountains that you climb ahead, that it's the pebbles in your shoe that wears you down. So how do we overcome those little obstacles? Not the big obstacles, the little ones, so that we can have more success and more productivity in our lives. So I'm going to share with you the 7 fundamentals of super productive people, all the secrets that 212ers in the room are using. So let's get down to it. The first one, you've got to start your day early. And they say you need to master the fundamentals. So that's what we're here to do today. Master the fundamentals. So by starting your day early, Wahlberg said, He gets up at 3:30 every morning. And the reason he does that is because when he gets up at that time, his family's still all asleep, the rest of the world's asleep, and he can start his day early. He can do his exercise, he can mind feed, he can get things done without distraction. And isn't that what it's all about? We want to get the most things done in our day with the least amount of distractions. So the next fundamental is to use systems and planning. And I learnt from Jason Evers, who he's been taught by Jason Evers. He showed me this daily productivity planner, and it is fantastic. You list all the things on one side that you are working on, the people you need to call, the things you need to do, but at the end of the day, you've got to eat the frog. So our third one is write everything down, because we all know that what you don't write down gets forgotten. And that helps us to prioritize and keep everything on track so that we can be making the most of our day and not wasting time on the little things. I'm sure you have all heard of Moses and the 15 commandments. No, you haven't heard there was 15 commandments? That's probably because Moses forgot to write them down, so we only got 10 of them by the time he remembered them. And prioritize, that's the fourth one. As Peter Drucker says, do first things first and second things not at all. Why do we say second things not at all? The point is we need to focus on the most important task of the day. So we need to ask ourselves, what is the best use of my time? What is the best use of your time? There's probably some of you going, I could really go to the toilet right now. So the fifth point is to focus. And you might have heard this one before, and it is follow one course until successful. So if we do that, if we follow that one course, stop being distracted by the other things in our life, then we will achieve success. Our sixth point is to outsource tasks. So we need to know what is our strengths, what are our weaknesses, and then we stick to those, and we need to focus on that. And then everything else you can outsource. As it says there, you don't have to be awesome at everything. And I know there's plenty of left-brainers in the room that would love to be awesome at everything. And the final point is to reward positive action. So how do we do that? It's not about rewarding the outcome in the beginning, because you're not always going to get the outcome that you want. It's about rewarding the fact that you were bold enough and game enough to take the action in the first place. And if you do that on a regular basis, it will create success habits. So I'd like to just go over them. It was 1, start your day early. 2, systems and planning. 3, write everything down. 4, prioritize. 5, focus. 6 was outsource tasks. And 7 was to reward positive actions. I know personally these fundamentals have helped me in my life, and I'm sure they will help you as well. And I just want to finish by saying the lyrics from the country singer Kenny Chesney, which is Don't Blink. And it says, don't blink. Trust me, friends, 100 years goes faster than you think, so don't blink. Thank you. I'm Asha Walter.
Yeah.